and thank you for joining me on this Tuesday, December 7th, 2010. Now, we do have some news to talk about today. I guess this first story is not really news, okay, but just a sweet little picture thing that I dug up, and anyway, check it out right there. A few pictures that we'll run through. Apparently, this chameleon here was found in Madagascar, I believe it was. Anyway, the whole thing's on the website. You can check that out too. About an inch long, and I mean, as you can see, it's pretty small, pretty sweet. Love to have one. Not going to get one. And according to wildlife regulation, apparently Quebec's transportation department, they have this big plan for some $3 billion highway expansion or whatever, but apparently it's right in the way of the DeKay's brown snake, and now they're saying that apparently the transportation department is going to have to spend $50,000 and possibly up to $100,000 to relocate these snakes, not whenever they feel like it, before construction is scheduled to begin next year. Before it's scheduled to begin, these snakes must all be removed and relocated to a new area. I believe we spoke about this just recently, about these people doing this work, and they're going to be required to relocate plants and animals and whatnot on their own expense to a different area before starting their work. So you know, kudos to them for their wildlife laws. Snakes will not be killed. Well, some will probably be killed, but most of them, I'm sure, will be relocated and do just fine. And here's a kind of a cool story. I mean, it kind of scares me, though. It really does. Apparently, a man in New York recently found a corn snake in his car. Was this a released or escaped pet? No, it was not. Was this a pet that maybe got out from the pet store or something? No, it was not. Was this a native corn snake? It's New York. No, it is not. Apparently, the man had just had his vehicle shipped to New York from Florida. So they're putting one and one together and assuming that this corn snake hopped along for the ride. Now, what really scares me about this particular story is for you people in New York, and you know what we're going up against, all these laws and regulations and bans and everything. And the last sentence of this little story here states that now the city will have more power to get on all of the snake banning business. And you know, I could see it coming if it does. You know, I'm not sure. It really bugs me, because this is not an escaped or released pet. Presumably, this is a snake that maybe they moved the car onto the truck or whatever, and this snake cuddled up against the warm engine block, and he just hung on for the ride. This is a native species that got moved to a habitat outside of its own under no fault of anybody else. This couldn't be. You can't expect the truck driver to pop the hood and look for snakes. So, you know, the car was shipped, so I could see him trying to ban those things, but why? Why would you ban it? Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't be a bit surprised though if it happens now. And last but not least, the British TV series I'm a Celebrity. I guess they're in potentially a little bit more hot water with the RSPCA again, where they apparently, a person on the show had doused a lizard that had roamed onto the set with boiling water, killing it. He claims that it was an accident, that he simply spilled the boiling water that they were boiling over the fire, and it landed on the lizard that happened to run into the campsite. Now, keep in mind, this was also the same reality TV show that got in a little bit of hot water, I believe it was last year, for killing and cooking a rat, a wild rat, on set. So, you know, I think it's crap. I think they saw the lizard and they thought it'd be funny to kill the thing. But they're saying otherwise. Apparently, this footage was never shown. It was cut out, and apparently the RSPCA is trying to get a hold of it right now to determine whether it was an accident or not, because remember, it's reality TV. This was all caught on film. Somewhere is the footage of this happening that will prove their innocence or not. And of course, the RSPCA states that, assuming their story is right, there is no reason or way they are going to pursue any charges or anything against the cast members or the networks or anything if this was an accident. They're going to walk away and nothing, which I agree they should. However, I'm almost willing to bet they're going to review the footage and they're going to see these people being stupid and killing a lizard, in which case, I hope they shut them down. I mean, remember, it's not the first time. If this was the first time, it's really easy to pass off as an accident, but this is not the first time where a wild animal has been killed by people on set on purpose. So yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on that and see where it comes, but until then, who knows? And now, of course, that brings us to Tuesday's reptile fun fact, which is, did you know that wasps and bees kill more people each year than snake bites do? Once again, I did not know that, but do now, and so do you, and which leaves us with, last but not least, of course, our question of the day. I know what you're thinking it's going to be about this band stuff, but I'm not even going to do that. We're going to go right back to number one. What do you guys think about that little guy right there? What do you think? Leave a text comment or a video response. And if you'd like to read any more of these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other.
Feel the teeth